Hello girls, a client came to me for a fill today. She had reinforcement with polygel done previously, and during wear she managed to remove some of the length herself. As a result, we can see the thickness of the nail, and in general, this manicure has been going for almost a month and a half, so it urgently needs to be redone. The girl loves the color black, and every time she comes up with something to diversify it, but this time she left the design choice to me. First, I shortened the nails with a nail drill to avoid filing with a file, which speeds up the process and is much more convenient. After that, I removed the material, leaving a bit of polygel, which will serve as reinforcement for us this time. I'm using a ceramic nail drill bit with a red abrasive and working at 20,000 RPM. Here you can see how well the coating has held up. Even after a month and a half, there are no signs of lifting anywhere, despite the fact that we're in the midst of agricultural work right now, which is important for both the technician and the client. I use an orange stick to push back the cuticles and clean up any buildup, and then move on to using an electric file. By the way, I wanted to ask you, do you have clients with severe hyperhidrosis? Because I have one such client, and the next video will be all about dealing with this issue and how we manage it. To make sure you don't miss that video, be sure to subscribe as it's a very important topic. Using the nail drill, we thoroughly remove everything that might hinder us, and let's not forget about the sinus area. We need to work there carefully because it's the trickiest part, and most novice technicians face problems with these areas. An improperly cleaned sinus can lead to lifting, which is something we definitely don't want. When working with the nail drill, pay attention to its angle and pressure to avoid filing through the nail plate. This is even worse than not cleaning the periungual area properly because filing through is considered nail plate damage. We trim the cuticle, and I usually do this in the dry method. It's more convenient for me, and I've become accustomed to working in this technique. I use standard stylic scissors for this. If anyone needs the blade size, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll respond. Afterward, we degrease the nail and apply the preparatory products. In my case, it's a dehydrator and a non-acidic primer. As our nails already have reinforcement, I use a base for leveling, and that's usually enough. I apply it all over the nail, then place a drop near the cuticle, spread it, and turn the finger to ensure a smooth arch. Afterward, I cure it in the lamp for 1 minute, and I repeat the same process for all the nails. With the arrival of autumn, I've noticed that many people's hands start to become very dry. Therefore, I always make sure to apply hand cream at the end of the procedure and do cuticle care with oil. This helps a lot. Since we will be applying black color to the nails, I remove the sticky layer completely to prevent the color from seeping under the cuticle. I use a cuticle pusher to gently push back the proximal fold to ensure a deeper application. The color I'm using is from the Luna brand. So far it's my favorite, especially the black and white colors. However, I always apply black color in 2 layers to avoid issues like incomplete curing. If you find that the black color has seeped, but not all around the nail, but in some places, it's better to cure it as is and then file away the seepage with a nail drill. Attempting to remove the seeped black color with an orange stick can make it worse because the color might smear. After applying the first layer of black, I cure it in the lamp for 1 minute. To avoid seepage, you can also use a thin brush to help. It's very handy. For the ring finger and pinky, we decided to cover them with this holographic polish with a rainbow effect, and it looks absolutely delicious. It's just stunning. I apply it in 1 layer and that's sufficient. Then I magnetize it with a magnet and cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. And of course, we decided to create a black fringe tip on these fingers, and we made the right choice. It looks cool and adds an interesting touch to our manicure. First, I outline the center of the nail and the approximate width of the smile line. And then I draw the smile line itself. I use a brush with short bristles to fill in all the areas and cure it in the lamp. After curing, we top coat everything. We chose a glossy top coat, but I think a matte finish would make it even more interesting and it would complement the holographic effect of the cat's eye polish. I apply the top coat in a light, even layer and cure it in the lamp for 2 minutes. By the way, many people remove the sticky layer before applying the top coat. I don't always do that and I don't see any difference, so it's purely a matter of preference and what works best for you. After curing, I also refine the shape and file down the thickness if necessary. So, what do you think of this French tip variation? I think it looks very beautiful. As for how to properly reinforce a square shape and strengthen nails in general, I have a detailed video on my channel that I highly recommend watching. Thank you so much for being with me. Don't forget to leave comments and subscribe to the channel. It's easy for you and it means a lot to me. The next video will be very helpful. This was Anna, and until next time.